God wants to give us what we want, but only when we want what He wants to give us. And that's all according to His will, though. That has nothing to do with us because we're nothing to God. He created us for a purpose, and the purpose is for us to accept His perfect plan for our lives. And I'm not saying that our lives are going to be perfect, because there's going to be heartaches, death, and destruction, crises, collapse of financial support, and loss of loved ones. Everything isn't going to be a perfect plan. But isn't it just what we think that's perfect? I mean, we think that if we live a good long life, it's a perfect life, right? I mean, we have money and friends, family, children, and all that, and we think that's a perfect life. And we think, and sometimes we think that a perfect life doesn't involve the path. But God's plan is infinitely greater than anything that we could have planned. I mean, He's the creator. He created you and me. He created us for a purpose. And He created a perfect plan for our lives. That's why there's 2 filing cabinets. One labeled with me and one labeled without me. What we must realize is that God has a plan for our lives. And not only is it a good plan, but it is a perfect plan. It's God's promise to us that we will have a good life. Just as it says in His Word. Why do we want what we want? Can't we see that God's plan is infinitely greater than anything that we could have thought of? If you want that perfect plan for your life, that perfect plan that God took time out of His day to write, I hope that you pray to God to come into your life. And I pray that that God comes into your life and that you accept that perfect plan that He has for you. That's just something I learned. That God's plan is perfect for your life. It's a perfect plan for a good life. It's not a perfect plan for a perfect life. It's a perfect plan for a good life. And we only get this perfect plan and we only get this good life if we live it in God. So, if you want to make that choice to let God in and give you that perfect plan for a good life, I pray that you would just pray that prayer. I hope that you go find someone who you know is a Christian, who is infinitely wiser than me, or not infinitely wiser, but wise enough that he knows or she knows how to lead you to Christ and how you can get God's perfect plan for a good life.